In this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Bosch WAU28T64GB washing machine. And what I want to do today is to show you around the washer some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before I start, all I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. What I do is I talk about household appliances like these. I do specialise in cordless vacuums, and there's normally a bit of tech in there as well. On this machine it has a maximum spin speed of up to 1400 RPM. That is variable, but I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a moment on the display. Also, the load size on this is a big 9 kilograms. So if you have got quite a large family, then this could be a really good one to pick. The only thing I do mention, especially about larger capacity machines like this, is the dimensions of the machine. So first of all, the width tends to be pretty standard. So on this machine, you're looking just under 60 centimeters or 23.5 inches. As far as the height on it, you are looking just over 33 inches or around 84.5 centimeters. But the main thing that varies on larger capacity machines like this is the depth of the machine, so front to back. So on this one, if you are going to the back, at the front here, you're looking around 57 centimeters, just over that, or it's about 22.5 inches. If you are going completely to the front, so to the right to the back as well, then you are looking at, including the door, so everything, you're looking around 62 centimeters or around 24.5 inches. So that's really critical. Just have a measure of the machine or have a measure of the space first, just to make sure you can fit the machine in. As far as the controls, it's very easy to use. You've just got the dial in the middle, which will switch the machine on. So when you want to turn it off, there's no button. You just turn it into the 12 o'clock position. But when you want to select a program, it's nice and easy. You can go both ways. That's quite a common question actually, especially some of the older generation that have had machines for a long time. It used to just rotate all the way around. So yes, you can rotate it in both ways. But first of all, I'll quickly go through some of the programs because there's quite a lot on here. I suppose the first comment is, don't assume that you can wash a full load in every program. Some of the cotton programs to start with, most of these you can wash them at the full 9 kilograms. But what you'll see, first of all, on the right hand side, you have got a lovely clear red LED display. And what it will do is it will actually, first of all, show you the load that you can put in for the wash, and also you've got the time remaining of the wash program itself. You've got the temperature on the left hand side, which can be changed. So if you just press that button, then first of all it goes up to the maximum temperature for the wash. And again, on the cotton program here, we can go all the way up to 90 degrees. But if you were to select some of the other programs, say the woolen program, then clearly you can't go all the way up to that temperature. You can adjust the spin speed. So on this program, for example, it's a 1400 that you can select first of all, then 1200. Then you've got 800, 600, 400, and then down to a no spin option. So if you just want to leave the clothes in the final rinse water, then you have got that option as a no spin option. First of all, the cotton program, this is where you have got the ability to wash at the full 9 kilograms. On this particular machine, if you were to wash at say 40 degrees, which I suppose is still a common temperature for people to wash at, then you're looking around 3 hours duration, so it's quite a long program. And on the whole, this will use around 90 litres of water. So it's not the most energy efficient program. If it is energy efficiency you're looking for, I'd normally recommend going on to the Eco 40-60. This is a program that pretty much is on every washing machine now. And this is designed for clothes to be washed between 40 and 60 degrees. On this one, you can't actually alter the temperature. So it is decided on by the machine. But as it shows, it is around 3.5 hours. So it is quite a long program. But that's a lot more energy efficient than using the first cotton program. If you were to wash, say a full 9 kilograms, then it will use around 49 litres of water. So it's almost half of the water consumption compared to the cotton program. The next one on here, that's the colour program. Again, it's quite a long program on here. So you are looking around 4.5 hours, but again, you can wash at the full full 9 kilograms. As you come around to some of these other programs, you've got the Easy Care, and this is what I was talking about, that it is really useful. It's showing you on the display here the maximum load for the wash. So you've got 4 kilograms, and then on the woolen program 2 kilograms, so it's quite a small load on that one. What a lot of manufacturers are doing is they're concentrating on the economy side, and unfortunately what that means is that the duration of the wash tends to be quite a bit longer. But I'm really pleased to see that Bosch have stuck with this. This is called a Super Quick 15 and Super Quick 30. They've put it into one program now, which is always really good. And basically what this will do is, the first option is a 30-minute program for a 4 kilogram load. And I suppose what it's really doing is it's not so much a full wash. You wouldn't want to use it as a main wash for normally soiled clothes. I'd really say if you've had something in the cupboard for a while, if you just want to give it a quick wash through, this is quite a good option to pick. So that's the Super Quick 30, and if you press the Speed Perfect button here on the right hand side, then that will reduce the time of the program as well, but that has reduced it down to a 2 kilogram load. This option here, Speed Perfect, I'll just go back up to the cotton program. So as standard it will take around 3 hours 28, and if you press the Speed Perfect then it does reduce it, so it takes it down to less than half, so it's around an hour and a half, but again it's reducing the size of the load. Just some of the other, so you've got things like the mix load underneath, which is a 59-minute program, spin and drain, and you've got the rinse, spin and drain if you want to. This is a really good option called drum clean. What it would do, again it's designed to take around an hour, but you don't put any clothes or anything in it. Normally after every 20 washes of washing under 40 degrees, the machine will recommend to use the drum clean option. Now again, this is something that's just built into the machine. What people are doing is they're washing at much lower temperatures. A lot of people are concentrating on 20 and 30 degree washes as opposed to going up to the high temperatures nowadays, and I suppose that's something that the powder manufacturers, or detergent manufacturers should I say, have been recommending, to wash at the lower temperatures. But what it means is that without the high temperature washes, then the machine isn't getting clean, and that's really why manufacturers have put this drum clean program on here. So as I say, if you're washing for every 20 washes under 40 degrees, it will recommend to run the drum clean program. So that's a really good one. Then you've got things like the delicates and silk. That's a 38-minute program. The sportswear. Again, a lot of these are only small loads. So I suppose if you've had the kids' football kits or rugby kits, then the sportswear program is a good one to wash on. You've got the dark wash, shirts, and I suppose some of these programs, you're thinking, well, why do I need those when I've just got the easy care or cotton? Things like creasing can be a big issue on things like shirts or blouses. So what they will do is they will wash in a certain way and they will spin in a slightly different way as well. And then you've got the last program on here, the Allergy Plus. So that's really designed for, well, it's shown on here a 6.5 kilogram load. That's really designed, if you've got somebody in the household that suffers with allergies, then it can go up to a higher temperature to try and help you out there. As I've been turning the dial, you will have seen that you've got this little indicator at the front here. Now this is a bar from 1 to 5, and what it will do is it just gives you a rough idea as to how energy efficient the program is. So you can see here that this is 5 bars, so this is not that energy efficient. If we come round to some of these other programs, so the cotton program is 3 bars, so that's not too bad. As you come round to the Eco 40 to 60, that is very energy efficient. Really, if you want to get a 1 bar program, then I suppose you need to pick something that is either a very low temperature or even not washing at all. So you've just got the spin and drain, that's just down to a 1 bar program, but clearly that's going to be a lot more energy efficient anyway. But I just really like that, because I think what happens is people go, they have a look at all of these programs. You don't really know which one is more energy efficient. I know you've got the time on here, but a lot of people are more energy conscious now, and just having that little indicator on the front there, I really like that. So I suppose on here I've covered most of the options. So I've covered the temperature, the spin speed. You have got a time delay, so if you've got things like economy 7, then where you get cheap electricity during the night, then what you can do is you can actually delay the start of the program. So that's just using the finish in button. Reduced ironing is a pretty good one. Again, if I put it on the cotton program, reduced ironing, so that will reduce the overall spin speed of the appliance. I suppose that's good again if you're washing things that you need to iron, and if you're not really a fan of ironing, like we're not really at home, then that's a good one to pick. Pre-wash you've still got in these machines. It's something that we don't tend to get asked a lot about now. I don't think many people tend to use the pre-wash option. Speed perfect I've already covered, and then you've got the start and the reload. A lot of people ask what the reload option is, and I suppose what it does is when you've put all the clothes in, if you realise that you've had, say, there's a sock next to the machine that you've forgotten to put in, rather than just cancelling the program and starting it again, then you can just press that option there. So press the reload option, and as long as there's not too much water in the machine, then it will give you the ability to open the door after the child lock is unactivated, then pop the sock in and then just press the start button and away it goes. On the left hand side here, you've got the soap drawer. It's quite a standard layout in here. So you've got the main wash, pre-wash and conditioner. You do have the option to take the soap drawer out if you wanted to give it a clean. You will see there's a bit of residual water in here. This is from where the machines are tested in the factory. Don't worry, because a common thing we get, especially when people are installing the machine themselves, they almost think that the machine has been used beforehand, or it's a second-hand machine, but don't worry about it. If you do see some residual water in here, it's just from where they're tested back in the factory. If you wanted to give it a really good clean, then you can take this part off and just take the front off of the soap drawer. And then what that enables you to do is perhaps pop it in the dishwasher just to give it a really good clean. But to put it back in, all you do is you just locate it back there and then pop it back in. To open the door, it's ever so easy. You just got the nice large grip handle on the right hand side here. I'm really pleased to see that Bosch is still using metal hinges and door catches. This is something I try and point out. Quite a few manufacturers are going towards plastic hinges or door catches, and it doesn't work. It doesn't matter what manufacturers say, these are normally the first things to break. So at least Bosch has stuck with good quality hinges and door catches. You've got a nice large porthole. I will just measure that. So 30 centimetres or around 12 inches. So that's a really good size porthole to get the clothes in and out of. And then at the bottom here, this is really good. Once you've opened the little flap, then it just gives you access to the pump behind here. This is a common thing with, I suppose, a lot of Bosch and Siemens appliances. If you've got, say, a coin that was stuck in your, or that was in your trousers, that could be a common thing that it goes down to the bottom here. So at least you've got the ability to get it out. This is something, again, that Bosch have used for years, and it always works really well. Also, if you do have a power cut and if you need to empty the appliance, you've got a little hose here. This is the energy label for the machine. I'll just run through it quickly. So as you can see here, it's got the C energy rating, which on the whole is actually pretty good at the moment compared to other machines in this price point. You'll see it's 66 kilowatt hours per 100 cycles. That's the energy consumption. Just to prove it's a 9 kilogram load on here. The 3R37, that's normally using the Eco 40-60 program that I showed you on the front there. 44 litres of water, again that's for that program. It does show you it's a B spin efficiency, so again that is pretty good for a 1400 spin. And then the last one on here that I'll mention is the noise level. So as you can see, that's 72 decibels. I suppose for a lot of people it doesn't really mean a lot, whether it's 72, 80, 90, it doesn't mean a huge amount. But what I'd do, if you're looking for a machine that you do want it to be quiet, then have a look at the noise levels, because that can make a huge difference. What you'll find is that Bosch have put a lot of time and effort into the noise levels of the machine. First of all, they use something called Eco Silence Drive. This is a much quieter motor than standard. Also, it's a lot more energy efficient as well. Also, what they've done is they used a different design on the side of the machine. And it's like an anti-vibration design, and it does really work. It does make a big difference. And that's really how they help it get to an A performance for the noise level. I'll just quickly show you around the back of the machine. Especially if you're installing the machine yourself, then this could be a little bit useful for you. First of all, you've got the waste hose on the left hand side here. You've got the mains down at the bottom left. And then at the top right, this is where you've got the main water feed going in. I'm pleased to see that Bosch will always give you a new pipe, and it is recommended to try and use the new pipe when you're installing the machine. You will see here, just behind the hose, You've got these which are called transit bolts. These are imperative to take out, so you've got 4 of these just around here, and as I say, you have to take them out. It will hold the drum steady during transit, but once you're ready to install it, then take these out, because if you don't, first of all, it will damage the machine and it won't be covered under the 2-year warranty that Bosch offer. You will see that within the packet of instructions that you've got 4 of these cheeky little things. These are designed so that once you've taken the transit bolts out, then you just pop them in there and it just covers the hole up a little bit. So if you're wondering what they were in the packet, then once you've taken the transit bolts out, then just pop them in. If whoever's installed the machine hasn't put these in, then it's not imperative, but it is just recommended. If you're thinking of buying one of these machines, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Bosch WAU28T64GB washing machine. All I normally say is please give us a thumbs up on my YouTube video, click subscribe and leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad about the video. If there's something that you wanted to know, if you've got any questions on the appliance, then I have got one on display here. Just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these machines, or a machine similar to this in the Bosch range, then let me know what you think about it, because I'd always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.